In what looks like a scene from a movie set, or even what used to be Black Friday,
Kill the monster!
thousands of illegals flood the borders of U.S. because of social media and dementia.
Please disperse! Nothing to see here, please!
Should you be surprised?
Fuck.
I'm Jazz Borgonzo, and this
You gotta say hi to me. We go back a long way. She was 12, I was 30, but anyway.
is what's next. Happy Friday, everyone. Jazz Borgonzo here. What's next? Your daily. Hope you guys are doing well on this day. Of course, now we are at the weekend. In a scene that looks like something straight out of, I don't know, pick a movie where you have a rushing crowd. Or even what used to be Black Friday when you would have crowds storming stores. Sadly, we have illegals flooding the border. Over 700,000 are waiting. Some have even already charged the gates. It's absolutely pathetic. Because 5 million illegals weren't enough, Dementia opens his raggedy ass arms and says, "Come to Jamaica." And America continues to die. This comes out of Breitbart. Title 42 countdown. 700,000 migrants in Mexico waiting to rush the border. 700,000 illegals are waiting to rush the border. That's not a stock photo. They're coming. As many as 700,000 illegals, foreign population larger than Boston, Massachusetts, are currently in Mexico waiting to rush the U.S. when Joe Dementia ends the public health authority known as Title 42 on May 11. In 2020, in the midst of the Chinese coronavirus, yes, the coup virus, the pandemic, the plandemic, former President Donald Trump invoked the public health authority known as Title 42 at the border, ensuring that federal immigration officials are able to quickly return millions of illegals to Mexico over the last 3 years. On May 11th, though, Biden will end Title 42, of course, because remember, it's all about pronouns, and expand his catch and release network to quickly move borders across illegal aliens into the U.S. interior, including deploying 1,500 U.S. troops to the border to free up federal immigration officials to process arrivals at a faster pace. So instead of putting those 1,500 U.S. troops to block the border with guns, yes, with arms, and not with paper, not with pen and papers, no, of course not. During a Yuma County Board of Supervisors meeting this week, Supervisor Jonathan Lyons reveals that the Department of Homeland Security, yes, that trash led by Mayorkas, officials have warned that them as many as 700,000 are waiting in the wings and the bushes to rush the border when Title 42 ends. Border Patrol shared with us intelligence that there were approximately almost 1 million as of 3 weeks ago in the shelters in Mexico waiting to come to the U.S. They also share with us that the Darien Gap, which is at the Panama Canal, has seen a 500% surge in people crossing over that gap on their way to the U.S. Representative Andy Biggs out of Arizona. Office confirmed to Breitbart that they have been told that by officials they are looming of the illegals waiting. Such a mass migrant event, as Line said, DHS officials call it, would see a foreign population arrive at the border that exceeds the resident population of cities like Boston and Nashville, Tennessee. May not seem a lot, but it is. And they are waiting. They're waiting to suck the teat of states and drain them dry. Sorry. Facts. Right now, all the people are coming across the border. 40% of them are expelled under Title 2 and Title 42 in Yuma. So 40% of the people coming across immediately expelled, and they are flown back to their countries of origin. That goes away May 11th. It's only 40%. Only 40%. Not 60, 70, 80, 90, 40. And they are no longer processed out. Yuma County Sheriff Leon Wilmot knows that law enforcement officials have their hands tied, unable to apprehend and detain border crossers and legal aliens. Of course, dementia. Federal law would have them charged with kidnapping. If we could arrest, I would fill the jail in a day with the amount of individuals that we were counting trespassing, Wilmot said. International labor organizations and cartels are facilitating this trade, Lyons noted. They're making a significant amount of money. Of course they are. 27 million were forced into labor over the last 2 years and 6.3 million into sex exploitation. But there's nothing to see here as the place burns down. Americans in U.S. border towns like Yuma are especially hard hit by illegal immigration. In February, Dr. Robert Trenchell of the Yuma Regional Medical Center detailed how in just 1 year, local taxpayers were left with $26 million bill from medical facilities and border crossers and legal aliens who showed up to the hospital when needed care. That amount is set to increase, Trenchell said, when Title 42 ends. Following Title 42's ending, close to 400,000 border crossers and legal aliens are projected to arrive at the border every month. Such a monthly inflow of illegal immigrations would exceed the resident populations of New Orleans, Louisiana.
Now, Customs and Border Protection say they used pepper spray and other crowd control measures to push the group back into Juarez. Now, in this video, you can see crowd first breaking through the gates on the Mexican side of the border. Some in the crowd appear to be carrying children. And there to the side, a green road sign that reads, "Happy Travels" in Spanish. Now, many of the migrants say they are tired of waiting for their asylum applications to be processed, blaming a new app border officials rolled out to help streamline applications. Because of those delays, migrants say they are left to fend for themselves on the streets or put in other dangerous situations.
My thoughts. Over 5 million. Over 5 million illegals have flooded the borders of Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico since dementia was, quote unquote, elected into office. Over 5 million. Now, come May 11th, when Title 42 ends. Now, really, let's be honest here. Did Title 42 really do anything except keep 40% of them back? Really? Did it really do anything? What would have it been done under the previous administration of Trump if Trump would have sent 5,000 National Guard to the border to help the Border Patrol? That would have been a significant statement. That would have been a really poke in the eyeball, a throat punch to illegals trying to come into the border, trying to cross the border into the U.S. That would have been significant. But no, he never did that. We're going to build the wall. Really? Yes, you built some of the wall. But of course, when you have assholes like McConnell, and sorry, Kevin McCarthy, you're doing good now, but what were you doing then? Preventing Trump from actually getting that wall built. And so now we have dementia. And so now you have Jean-Luc Picard, black, female, she has a vag, we think, saying that dementia has been able to curtail illegal immigration by 90%. 90%. When you had one illegal who was deported several times, cross the border, and kill an entire family. But that's okay. Nothing to see here. And sadly, when these illegals cross the border, 400,000 a month when Title 42 ends. 400,000 a month. Who's going to pay for it? We are broke. Over $130 billion to Ukraine, and including another $300 million to them recently that dementia signed off on. This country's dying. This country's dying. Gee, I wonder what Russia would do in this situation. Yeah. I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.